tipped away. It's stolen by Holiday. Outside Tatum. A good look from Brown. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. And now a three-point Boston lead. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Celtics.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end. Tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
They've also been showing a standout play on the fast break, working as a team to create easy opportunities.
Dependable performance from Holiday. So reliable. This is a guy who is unshakable by the high stakes in that situation. Clutch moments like this may as well call them game time. He'll be ready for sure.
It's Brown on the wing. Launches it. And the Celtics another three.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Corner shot. And too long on the shot.
Analytics already don't favor the mid-range jumper, let alone against exceptional defense. Great opportunity. Just couldn't complete the play.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second. That's all it took.
Timeout call. Milwaukee. They're behind by 7. And we've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And it looks like they just won't have enough left here at the end.
Yeah, they simply ran out of time and energy.
To the middle. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Brown, no good. Trent finds Kuzma. Oh, he buries it from outside. 9 seconds left in the final quarter. And here's Brown for 3. The shot won't fall. So it's Boston who scrapes by with the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
Yeah, you know, some teams might buckle under the pressure towards the end. The crowd was so amped up, such a hostile environment. But they stood tall and got the win.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Jason, with you guys being such a young team, how do you continue to improve to reach your potential?
We got to watch film. I mean, we did a lot of good things today. A lot of things we could have done better. And we just got to be focused.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. So long and good night, everyone.
Nobody better than we. Nobody better than we. Nobody better than we.
Badder done, badder done, badder done.
We work to work, you late to work, I holla and they send it. You know my pride was colder than Chicago in December. Came up in Ankle with her mama was her daddy. And when I'm in the Midwest, she say holla at your family. My dog paid me that. Take like candy. My dog out laying them low, ain't breaking none laws out. Southside still in the car, still in the car, still not the car. Not, you know, start hold up, I got a call. Said that I'm a cool cat.
Welcome to the annual 2K TV Awards Show.
We've seen some fierce competition in NBA 2K25. All of you have shown up and made this community the absolute best in all of gaming.
And in this episode, we're recognizing all of you that put in the work and rose above the rest in NBA 2K25.
We'll be giving away 10 2K TV awards this week, including the top play of the year, so make sure to stay tuned for that. And winners will receive not only bragging rights, but some pretty sweet rewards. NBA 2K26 with VC, My Team cards, and so much more.
And throughout our award show, we will be bringing
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. This is Kevin Harlan, alongside Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And we've got David Aldridge, our Hall of Famer, patrolling the sideline. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. The pairing up front, Johnson and Capella. Young is out there with Daniels. And it's Mann in at the 3, the small forward. And for Boston, the small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the 5, roaming the paint. And a little extra at stake tonight, as this is the first game of the NBA Cup group stage for each of these teams.
And both coaches want to get that first win under their belt. With only 4 games in this stage, the tournament doesn't give you much room for error.
4 on the shot clock. Here's Daniels. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. White with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Porzingis, it's a 2. He hits the back iron and sends the shot.
Well, hey, you set Porzingis up, and he'll knock him down. Terrific off the catch.
Here's Johnson. Moves back up. Porzingis with the rebound.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Hawks have gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Rough start for them. Mann finds Young. Goes up the baseline. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Outside, White. The 3. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
Look, shooting off the catch is something White's become really good at.
You know, Stan, it seems like the Hawks have been close to taking that next step now for a couple of years.
It does, Kevin, but we're still waiting, unfortunately. There's talent there, but it hasn't translated into sustained postseason success.
Holiday dishes to Brown. From past the arc. A rebound by Young. A slow start for Atlanta in this one. Looking for their first basket of the game. Stan, you talk about a stacked roster. It's hard to find many weaknesses for the Celtics.
Yeah, Kevin, there's a reason the Executive of the Year award went to Boston's front office last season. The Celtics are built right, and they're built to last.
Both free throws good from Mann. Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
And if I'm his coach, I'm very pleased with this kind of energy on the offensive glass. Textbook play.
There's Brown with the 3, rebounded by the Hawks. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Young against Holiday. Three-pointer, Daniels. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
The Aussie Daniels finding his stroke from 3.
And Tatum launches it from deep. Kept alive by Boston. White, good.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Young against Holiday. Young with no one around. Again, the Hawks score.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Brown the pass to Tatum. The three. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got his 4th rebound in this one.
All right, I'm just going to say it. He's 0 for the game. Might be time to stop shooting the ball.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Tatum finds Holiday. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
Yeah, Holiday will make you pay from deep. The defense has to chase him off that line.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. Their last encounter was in Atlanta.
I'll tell you, they played hard, they drew fouls, but they could not convert at the line.
And missed free throws are killers, especially when you consider how many they missed. Hopefully, they stay late to practice after that one.
So both teams making some changes here. This break in the action gives us a chance to show you the NBA's current fast break specialists. Number 1, the Celtics. Number 5, the Hawks.
Both of these clubs love to play up-tempo. That's how they win. These are the games that fans love because of the non-stop action.
Now here's LeVert. First game he had 10 points.
And just so good at reading angles. When LeVert spots a lane to the rim, he is all over it.
Cornette passes to Hauser. Shoots over Matthews, and it's Boston with another.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Here's Krejci. Here's Niang. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Here's Hauser. Brown outside. The offensive rebound. Cornette drops in the layup for 2.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
For Atlanta, they've gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Here's Matthews. It's hauled in by Cornette. Boston trailing. Pass to Horford. Inside. Over to the left wing. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And he goes in for the dunk.
And you see the open floor speed of LeVert, a great athlete who just needs to stay healthy to reach his potential.
Back to Brown. Now the pass to Cornette. Puts up a 3. Another shot. And he lays it up and in.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Now here's LeVert. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. And here's Brown outside. Rebounded by the Hawks.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Brown. Torrey Craig. He's checked in for Luke Cornette. Last game for the Celtics, they pick up the win against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And boy, did they impress everyone with that comeback they had in the 4th. Just stunned that crowd.
Second team foul.
Celtics on D. They trail by 1. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Nance finds LeVert. Shot clock at 6. Over in the corner, Matthews. Trains it from 9 feet away.
Matthews.